My name is William from TF3. Now, I'd like to talk about my essay. Nowadays is the era of developed gadgets, which means there are lots of ways to communicate with other people. These ways can be divided into two categories: online communication and face-to-face communication. Of these ways, I prefer face-to-face communication because it's courteous and less lazy. Seeing our friends in person allows us to communicate in a more careful way. I use Skype a lot, which is one of the most popular online communication application, and I could feel myself becoming less careful with the words I say. Also, there is some research about face-to-face communication. It showed that when people are talking face-to-face, they used less bad words, but when blinded, their talking behavior changed. They wouldn't stop using bad words. In fact, they almost argued with each other, which means our verbal behavior changes for the better with face-to-face communication. Convenient ways of communication can make the person very inactive. One of my friends uses KakaoTalk a lot, which is one of the most popular online messaging application, and he shows an attitude of laziness when we already agreed to meet in person. He cancels our plans many times because he'd rather talk by just using his phone. Lethargy as this can lead to health problems such as turtleneck syndrome and obesity. I researched the reasons of obesity and the result was shocking. One third was suffering from obesity because they didn't move compared to the amount of food they were consuming. Convenient ways of communication have stopped people from getting up from the chair or moving around or going somewhere. There is a saying, even a tiger has to run to catch a rabbit. If the tiger doesn't run, it can't catch the rabbit. It's the same with communication. If you communicate just by texting or online, you can't have the best result, since all the emotions come from the eye contact, tone, and body language. For the mentioned reasons, I prefer face-to-face communication because it allows us to communicate in a more polite way, and it becomes more active. Thank you for listening to my speech.